Today we'll be talking about states of matter and the properties of each state of matter. Water is one of the most important compounds on Earth. If you're like most people, you've observed that it comes in several different forms, including ice, liquid water, and steam. You may have also observed that these forms depend on temperature. These different forms are called states of matter. There are three main states of matter we see on Earth: solid, liquid, and gas. The most common state of matter in the universe is something called plasma, and it's very important when you're talking about our sun or stars. But on Earth, the states of matter we interact with the most are solids, liquids, and gases. Each state of matter has its own characteristic set of physical properties. Let's start with solids. Examples of solids include things like this rock, or this table, or this Rubik's Cube. Solids have definite shape. This means their shape does not change if they're put into a different container. We could take this Rubik's Cube here, and we could put it into this glass, and its shape is not going to change. Solids also have definite volume. This means that the volume doesn't shrink or spread out just because you move it from one place to another. This Rubik's Cube is going to have a volume of 27 centimeters cubed, no matter which way I rotate it or where I put it. Solids are rigid. This means they do not change shape or flow if you put a force on them. See, we can poke this Rubik's Cube all we want to, but it's still going to look like a Rubik's Cube. Solids are also not compressible. That means you can't squish them to make them smaller. Now let's talk about liquids. Examples include water and milk and coffee and even dish soap and a whole bunch of other things. Liquids have no definite shape. This means they take the shape of their container. We see milk being poured into a glass. Well, that takes the shape of the glass. Here we see tea being poured into a teacup. It takes the shape of the teacup. Liquids also have definite volume. This means that the volume does not depend on the container that you put it in. This picture shows three differently shaped containers, and each of them contains 200 milliliters of water. The water takes a different shape in each, but it is still the same amount in each. Liquids are fluid, which means they flow. This river is a great example of how water and other fluids flow. Liquids are not very compressible. This means that you can squeeze them, but they're pretty much going to stay the same volume. Finally, let's talk about gases. Gases have no definite shape. They'll take the shape of their container. For example, this helium has taken the shape of these heart balloons. Gases also have no definite volume. They will spread out to fill whatever container you put them into. Gases are fluid, and they can flow from one place to another. And because they have no definite volume, gases are compressible. This means that if you want to squeeze the gas to fit a smaller container, you can do it without any problem. In summary, the most common types of matter that we see every day are solids, liquids, and gases, and each of these has its own unique set of physical properties.